Ayan, yan, yan.
What is up, fellow bench warmers? Welcome to your daily fantasy quickie. Hey guys, it's a few hours remaining before the trade deadline, one of the more exciting events in the NBA. And I am your host, JJT, with Komish. Komish, trade deadline, a few hours away. And yeah, lots of rumors coming out. But before the rumors, let's talk about another trade that happened early this morning. Nickeil Alexander-Walker traded again to the Utah Jazz for Joe Ingles and I think a few picks, right? I think those were the major players that were traded. We just talked about Nickeil Alexander-Walker yesterday. So it looks like he loses value with his trade going to the Jazz.
Yeah. It looks like he's like Jordan Clarkson basically. So they will have two players like that on their bench right now. But I won't drop him right away. If you picked him up, let him play a couple of games. Let us see where the rotation goes. They don't have a backup point guard. He probably will basically get what Ingles was getting. The minutes Ingles was getting. So that's possibly what will happen. But of course, it's a big difference from where he was supposedly in Portland.
So that's the only trade that happened since yesterday's quickie, since yesterday's news. But we saw a glimpse already of some of the players that were traded today. Levert played for Cleveland. What can you say? First impressions, what's your take?
I think he's gonna have a little problem repeating what he's doing in Indiana, in Cleveland, because Garland is just feasting. They have a lot of bigs there. They have to feed Mobley, Kevin Love, and everybody. So it's a little bump down for him, but he's still gonna be top 100. I think still gonna be top 100.
He did
but
play.
A little bump down.
He did start. It was Okoro who started. We're still not sure if this is just a feeling out process, or they'll start with Okoro and just give Levert the 6-man role off the bench, because I think he might have better value as a 6-man, as that second facilitator for them off the bench behind Garland. So we still have to see, because again, Norm Powell did start in the first game with the Clippers and started in the second game. So this might just be a feeling out process for the newly traded players. Yeah, but like you said, most likely there's some bump down in the value of Levert when it comes to his fantasy output. The other player that we saw today was Sabonis, Domantas Sabonis. We were having that group chat wherein a friend of ours, Nick Go, was saying Sacramento looked good, and I was saying, this is just the first game, and usually, a lot of times, after a trade on the first game, teams play a little better, excited. It's a new beginning, it's a change, but we still don't know if this would be the kind of game that Sacramento would give. But of course, Sabonis will be Sabonis.
Sabonis will be Sabonis. He looked good, and we did say that the Aaron Fox and Sabonis looks like there's a chemistry that could brew there, because their games kind of fit well, and today they showed that. Good for him, good for the Kings. They silenced the critics for the first game, but fantasy wise, Richaun Holmes is
dead.
Sad.
Fantasy wise, Richaun Holmes, if there's one player that needs to be traded tonight or early this morning, it's Richaun Holmes.
If not, the 93% owners of Richaun Holmes will all cry at the same time. But he He played, I don't know, 12 minutes, but
Yeah.
he got into foul trouble in the first half. I think he would have reached 18 to 20 minutes maybe. And he's not been playing well already in the minutes he's given. So that's not going to help if he's just going to play 18 to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So, but hold on. We have 5 hours to go. I don't know, 7 hours to go. So hold on those 7 hours, and let's all pray that he gets moved.
He gets moved.
And yeah, and then what I saw was Justin Holiday, Jeremy Lamb.
Yeah.
They got minutes. As I said, there's not much depth already at the wings of the Kings because Terrence Davis is injured, Buddy Hield is out, Harkless is injured. So these guys in 14-team league may have value. Holiday definitely as a starter. Jeremy Lamb depends. If he continues to get 30 minutes, yeah. I mean, we know Lamb can produce fantasy wise.
So that's another thing that also Davion Mitchell played well as well today. In case you have concerns about Fox coming back and wanting to see where how Davion would be used, whether he'll be used alongside Fox at the starting lineup or coming off the bench. He came off the bench today, and yeah, but he still produced. I think 18 points, 7 assists, I think something like that, or 8 rebounds. So solid still numbers. So just hold on to Davion, and yes, just hold on to him to see how.
He still got major minutes, so I think he's still a hold at this point.
And then for the Portland side, we already saw. Now, my biggest question would be, I think many fantasy managers would also be thinking, Justice Winslow, is he a guy that's gonna stick? He had 11 points today, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 4 steals without any turnover in 33 minutes. Yeah. Do you think it sticks?
He won't be this good, I think, but he will be good enough to add in 14-team leagues, in 16, in 18, 12 in and out maybe, but yeah, he would have value there. The only concern there that can hurt him is Josh Hart, because if Josh Hart comes back and plays small forward, CJ Ellaby, who got 42 minutes, will probably play some power forward and eat into his minutes a little. But Ellaby, Winslow, I think and Dennis Smith Jr. They're players that are now viable in majority of the leagues. Dennis Smith Jr. was fantastic today.
Well, just for context, they were against a really bad Lakers team.
That's true.
A really defeated Lakers team, a really uninspired Lakers team. So, that might be something that to consider as well. So for me, Winslow starting, worth a shot, right? Worth a shot. For Ellaby, he hasn't really produced as well. 42 minutes, he only got 8 points, right? Although he had 8 rebounds, 4 assists, and good across the board numbers. But again, he's an unknown, so it's really hard to trust him. Maybe stream or whatnot. But again, we're a few hours away, so we'll see more. We might see more values open up in the next few hours by tomorrow. Rumors. Lakers are headlining a lots of rumors. If you guys think Russell Westbrook's gonna be traded, no, the chances of him traded, like we said yesterday in the quickie, very minimal, very little, very slim.
John Wall is probably the only player they could trade him with.
Yeah.
I think if the Rockets will just agree on a Westbrook for Wall deal, the Lakers will do that. It's just that the Rockets want a draft pick, so maybe the Lakers are not agreeing with that. But if there's no draft pick, they would go and do that. And I think the rumors you're saying is like the Lakers, apparently there's a three-team trade, whatever, that they could get Cam Reddish and Alec Burks back for Taylor Horton Tucker and some picks. That's very good. That's gonna be very, very, very good for them. And that makes me not believe that rumor because it seems too good to be true that they will just give up Taylor Horton Tucker and some picks and then they will get Alec Burks and Cam Reddish. No, I don't think so. I don't,
Well,
no.
we can't say no. As a Laker fan, just change something. I wouldn't mind that trade. We all know that Thibodeau is not a big fan of Cam Reddish, right? So he might ship him out, and maybe he's more of a fan of Taylor Horton Tucker. We don't know, right? Although Alec Burks is the big uh, question mark there. I mean, we know that Tim somehow likes the game of Alec Burks, so we're not sure if that's making it a little more shady, I guess. But yeah, like we said,
Um,
these rumors sometimes when it comes from it's all about the Lakers. It's pretty much the Laker fans telling you which players they want to trade.
yeah, and I think that you have to remember the Knicks gave up a first round pick for Reddish. So I just don't think in a couple of weeks they would just dump him because Tibbs doesn't want him. So I just find that hard to believe. But I hope it's true. I hope it's true.
Any other rumors that you've been hearing?
Well, everything is about Harden and Simmons. The last rumor is that the counter of uh, Brooklyn is Simmons, Tybull, Drummond, and Seth. So I just ask you, is that too much for Harden? I mean, if you're Daryl Morey, will you pull the trigger on that already? That's 3 starters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah. 3 starters for now, yes. That's 3 starters.
That's Drummond. What do you
Yeah, a
think?
little too much. A little too much.
Okay.
Is it one Tybull too much? One Seth too much? What do you think? Or one Drummond too much?
It's supposedly for Harden and Patty Mills. So I don't care about Seth because I think Patty Mills and Seth are the same deal. So if it's like that, I would take that deal. I mean, Drummond is not gonna play much anyway. I mean, Embiid is there, so I'll just give them Tybull, whatever, and just get this over with. I don't think it's one Tybull too much. I think if it's Patty Mills and Harden
Because I
coming
think
back,
Tybull is the key person that the Philadelphia 76ers don't want to let go of.
Yes.
He is the guy that's being valued really by the Sixers. And I think it's because of the defense. He's their best defensive guy. Best, I guess, one-on-one player. He defends most of the stars, right? And if they lose him, who's gonna replace him? And we all know that come playoff time, you need one of those guys. I mean, Danny Green.
Danny Green.
I just remember Danny Green is on that team.
Where is Tony Snell now?
Tony Snell he was traded Portland to Pelicans, right?
Oh, maybe he's available. They could replace Tybull for, but I think it should not stop them from getting Harden. They should go for it. Harden and Embiid, just go for it this season. This is their best chance. It's their best chance.
There. Well, I think
go for it.
Yeah, but there's this thinking that they could still go for Harden in the offseason. Of course, we don't know what happens to Joel Embiid, but yeah, they could still go for him in the offseason.
This is what I'll tell you. They can get Harden, but they have to unload a lot of players to be able to have the cap space to get Harden in the offseason. So they will have to give up a lot of draft picks and everything to unload Tobias, unload Ben Simmons, and unload these guys. So it's not as easy as people think it is. So if they can do it now, it's still gonna be the cleaner, better way for them to get Harden. Plus the fact that although it's unlikely, what if the Nets win the championship? Can never say never. I mean, right? I mean, they're still, if they're healthy and if they're on the road majority of the time, they may win. They may just win. We don't know that. We don't know that. They can turn the switch on.
You know what's just funny? This looks like something that just came full circle. Remember last season when Harden did a Ben Simmons just to get himself traded. And then Ben Simmons did it this year. And then how ironic it would be if he gets traded for Harden, who is rumored to be trying it again with the Nets this year. So that's just crazy coincidence, right? I mean, it seems like these two players, if they are just how do you call that? For management, they're just annoying to have, right? If they're gonna demand these types of things and then do what they've done, if it's true, I'm not saying the Harden thing is true because we don't know, right? There's just rumors that he doesn't want to play. He's acting up just to make sure he gets traded and all of these things, and the chain of events as well, the chain of rumors and stories that have been coming out seems to connect with each other, but we don't know what's the truth, what's real, what's just rumors. But yeah, few hours left before the trade deadline. It's going to be a short quickie because every time we upload the quickie, there's a new thing coming out. Tomorrow we'll be live. We're still confirming our guests. They have a game tomorrow, so that's why he's saying our guests. They have a PBA game tomorrow, so just some clue. Our guest said that he'll try to make it by 9:15. They have a 6 p.m. game with Talk and Text. I mean, he's with Talk and Text, so just guess who that is. But we'll go live whether he can join us or not. We'll definitely, Commission I will go live tomorrow just to answer your questions about the trades. All right, see you guys tomorrow. I'm not sure if Commission is gonna be sleeping tonight, but I will try to sleep because I did sleep much yesterday. But I will try to stay awake for as long as I can. That's it for Daily Fantasy Quickie. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.